to the trouble, no but trouble, trying to find it.
What do you want to play next?
What do you say, Father McKinley? What should we play?
I think, take it back to NPR.
Oh, that's a good idea. You know, we'll take it back in commemoration of the 10-year anniversary of the inaugural Tiny Desk winner. We will perform the track entitled Lost in a Crowd. people, lonely people, you and I. We're just people, lonely people, you and I. We're just people, lonely, lonely people, you and I. Come on, 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 yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on. La la la, 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 la la.
It's fantastic. Negrito here, live on WNCW, and a tune that, well, it's likely you might hear a live version tonight at the Grey Eagle in Asheville.
yeah.
Visual Light Theater tomorrow night in Charlotte, and then the Cat's Cradle in Carborough. I mean, I reckon you're playing mostly new stuff, but that's
No,
one
I'll
that's-
mix it up.
You mix it up?
Yeah.
But you tend to include that one, I guess. 'Cause
Yeah, we tend to. We missed it a few times in Europe, but we weren't officially celebrating the 10-year
Yeah.
anniversary. Now we are.
Uh-huh.
So we'll be playing it all year.
Yeah. You mix up your playlists each night?
Oh, it depends. Depends on how we're feeling. We like it to be a very visceral, raw, organic experience.
Visceral. That's one of those good words too. We've come
like
up with
that
some good
word.
ones today. I saw you at the Americana Awards, the big Americana Fest.
Oh, that was
Nashville.
nice.
Visceral is a word to describe seeing you on stage, man. It was just like Sly Stallone, the power of that. Felt like I was seeing Sly and the Family Stone and all these other forces come together with your stage presence. Pretty powerful.
I steal from everyone.
Well, the best artists do, I think. And then they end up getting in those museums and whatnot. I think you are maybe the first act from California that we've had since those horrible LA fires. You've been doing some fundraising efforts and
I
such
did, yes.
for that?
Absolutely.
And you're up in Oakland, so a little further away from it, but I guess you've been down and you've seen the...
We're all family.
Yeah.
California, a little dysfunctional, but
Yeah.
we're all family up there. And, when one of us down, we got to go,
Yeah.
show up, and support each other.
So you played down there?
Didn't play down there.
Okay.
We did some fundraisers in the northern part of the state.
Okay.
And we even did some off our website.
You did. You had your birthday last week or last month, and
Last month.
and you a lot of the proceeds from your merch and sales and stuff. Following
Absolutely.
that went to for the Altadena fire damage.
Altadena, which is a historically black neighborhood, and we had to show up for them.
Right on. Cool. And speaking of philanthropy, there's a project you do called Revolution Plantation.
It's indeed a project.
It's a project.
Yeah.
A little urban farm. Can
Oh
you
yeah,
talk about it?
there's nothing more revolutionary than growing some of your own food and putting it into your body. That is quite revolutionary to me. It's something that I learned actually in this part of the country. I spent a lot of summers and Thanksgiving in rural Southern Virginia, which looks quite similar to North Carolina, except for the soil's not red here. And I really learned a lot from my grandmother and her family. They were very interesting people, lived like on a farm, and they had some extremely interesting philosophy about just maintaining, surviving keeping one's integrity during the time of, early 1900s, which was difficult for black people.
Yeah.
And I came up with the idea because it was so boring in that town that I was in. There was only 600 people, deer hanging from the tree, and I was a young one. And I couldn't even understand some of the words that my relatives were saying. I say, Grandma, what did he say? And she'd have to translate for me because it was rural Southern Virginia dialect. I'm not talking about Fredericksburg.
Yeah.
Talking about Nathalie. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
So I remember recording my grandmother, and I said, Grandma, press record. Tell me about how bad it was, how hard it was, man. How rough was it, man? How did they treat you? The racist, terrible system, how bad it was. And my grandmother shocked me. She said, oh, honey, we didn't have any problem from white folks. And I'm like, okay, she's gone a little bit mad here. And so I sat up, and then my grandmother said, yeah, we grew a lot of our own food. And the neighbors had cows and chickens, and we had tomatoes, whatever they had. And I sat there like, wow, that's amazing. Like, you do for yourself. That's pretty damn cool. Like, you have the power. And so I went back to California and started growing a lot of weed. And, well, I was doing for myself. And, of course, I didn't, I was like, I didn't want white people, I didn't want to ask them for anything either. I wanted them to ask me for something like, can I get some weed? So it was quite, it's a little bit funny, but it was quite revolutionary to, a young person at that time where society tells you, gives you one message, but you know what? There's so many different ways to navigate and so many different ways to acquire tools and navigate the rough terrain. And I thought if my grandmother's family did it in 1910 and 1920, why couldn't I do it? Mm-hmm. And so I don't grow marijuana anymore, but it's legal. Of course, I did it legally. I'm a well-behaved Negrito.
Okay, sure.
And now I'm just, the whole philosophy is the same, those agriculture, and, we can do anything. Upcycle, reuse. It's a beautiful world.
So have you passed on some of this agricultural practice to like what students?
I tried. Well, I wouldn't call them
food?
students. I think, be an example, to,
Okay.
there's a lot of younger people in our community, and we have a day at the farm. Everyone comes over, and it's lots of fun. Chickens, geese,
All right.
pony rides, and learn about the soil.
Yeah.
And learn about taking care of yourself and your body. Mental health, physical health, lots of love in an amazing community in the Bay Area. It's such a great place. Have you ever been?
I have, yeah. I used to live in Oregon and knew some folks that did some similar work there in the Bay Area.
I mean, if you're in California and you've got that amazing climate.
Yes.
And you don't have to have a lot of land to do that. I mean, you could grow, right outside of your door if you want.
Right, and doesn't have to be the best looking soil either, because some of the reddest soil around here, folks do it. There's a guy named Mac Arnold, a blues guy from the Pelzer, South Carolina.
Pelzer.
Just a few miles away from here in the
Like the
upstate
name
South
of that.
Carolina. He played with James Brown,
wow.
Muddy Waters, I think, back in the day.
Oh, the
and,
real ones.
He is 82 now, just did yet another album, but a lot of...
I want to meet him.
One of his big campaigns on the side, but it's not really the side, it's at the core of him, is growing food
Heck yeah.
and sharing that with
everything.
others. Cornbread, collard greens, that's his jam.
Man, there's nothing like, growing. I have chickens also, and everyone else is paying $10 a dozen now in California, and I have eggs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing. I think there's something about hands in the soil. I think scientists have even there's studies that there's, this chemical reaction that happens, that it's the most, we come from the soil, the dust, the universe, the stars. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's home, the soil.